Many seasons ago, Rogue was one of the strongest classes on the ladder. The Miracle Rogue archetype dominated the meta by creating a large card advantage generated by Gadgets and Auctioneer and using cheap, powerful bursts from Leroy Jenkins. However, after the nerfs to Gadgets and Auctioneer and Leroy Jenkins, Miracle Rogue faded out of popularity. Now, spurred onward by the whispers of the old gods, Miracle Rogue is back in force and hitting harder than ever. For the most part, the strategy behind Miracle Rogue hasn't changed. Disrupt the opponent's first few turns with cards like Backstab and SI7 Agent. Draw key cards with the powerful Gadgets and Auctioneer, and finish the opponent off with a huge turn of burst damage. When playing Miracle Rogue, every turn requires game-changing choices. Efficient use of the Rogue's health pool is essential, and smart use of this deck's powerful cards will lead you to victory. There are a few cards in particular that help Miracle Rogue outwit its opponents. Zero, Poison Mind, and Tomb Pillager are great combo enablers for Cold Blood and SI7 Agent, and their effects serve as additional draw for Gadgets and Auctioneer. A welcome but understated addition to Miracle Rogue is Shadow Strike. In the past, Rogue has had a variety of ways to deal 4 or less damage, but dealing 5 or more required multiple cards. The ability to kill an Emperor Thorson or Sylvanas Windrunner for 3 mana with 1 card is invaluable, and allows Miracle Rogue to clear big threats much more efficiently. To play Miracle Rogue effectively, a rogue needs to pay attention to what archetypes they are frequently facing. Against aggro decks, a rogue might consider adding a Dark Iron Skulker or a Blade Flurry to provide another answer to our board flood. Rogue is particularly weak against aggro Shaman, so additional board clears may be especially valuable. For control decks, Emperor Thorson's ability enables even more powerful combos, and A Journey Below allows a rogue to play threats tailored to your opponent's deck, or ensures a target for Cold Blood. Like most rogue decks, the Miracle archetype wants to mulligan for cheap removal like Backstab, SI7 Agent, and Deadly Poison against aggro. Against Zoo and other minion-heavy decks, a Miracle Rogue may want to keep Fan of Knives or some other form of board clear in the opening hand. Against control decks, Miracle Rogue may want to keep their high-value cards in hand, but knowing what specific cards to keep in each matchup depends on experience. For instance, if a rogue knows that their priest or warrior opponent isn't going to put on much pressure in the early game, they might want to keep an Azure Drake to ensure card draw and valuable spell damage. Overall, Miracle Rogue now has the powerful tools needed to succeed, and has risen to retake its former place in Tier 1. If you're looking for a deck that is rewarding to play, requires precise decision making, and has the ability to come back from the edge of defeat in a single turn, Miracle Rogue might be for you.
Designing a set, I want to show them that they wanted the metagame to change, and because they changed Force of Nature instead of Savage Roar,